Does F11 TopCoat work as advertised? Well, today I'm going to find out. I plan on using this on my Spider Monkey rims on my Jeep SRT, and I'm going to put a light coat on top of my clear coat. My vehicle hasn't been waxed in a while, so I want to see if what they claim this stuff does really does work. That should be it. So let's see if this stuff works. Alright, so I'm going to put a little of this F11 TopCoat on the rims to see if it'll keep the brake dust off. Everybody keeps raving about how good this stuff is. My rims are destroyed. So make sure I don't spray any on the apparently that's all it's supposed to do. Spray it on, buff it off. And we'll see if this actually does anything after I take a drive. Here's a little follow-up to the F11 TopCoat. It looks pretty darn clean. Dust seems minimal, but I'm going to see how it comes off with a quick spray. It's supposed to be really hydrophobic, so we'll see in a second. So F11 TopCoat claims that their stuff rinses right off. Let's see. Hydrophobic situation. Water's supposed to feed right off. Just rinsing it's supposed to come right off. Seems to hold its last property pretty well. Still not convinced that this stuff works. I have to give it some more testing. Alright, so I just left the car wash, and all I did was power wash it after 2 days of collecting dirt and dust, and the rims getting all mucked up from the brake dust. And I used one small bottle of this to lightly cover the entire vehicle. I also used it on the rims. I wasn't too impressed on the rims. I put a light coat on. It did, I'll show you in a second, it did clean them up, but I want to show you, you can't see, but, through the video, but this, you can see how shiny it is, but it's just, it still has this really super waxy feeling to it. I only used a very small amount of this stuff. The rims, they came out pretty good just from power washing it. That's just a power wash. Alright, I guess I could say I'm a little impressed. I'm very skeptical of using any type of product on a vehicle, especially when they make these outlandish claims about how good it is, but I'm going to have to give this stuff another go. So, for now, I'm not going to recommend it because it's expensive until I do some more testing on it, but I gotta say I'm impressed. This is really smooth after just a small application, and it did help keep the brake dust off. All I did was power wash the vehicle, so I didn't get the results that they did in the video because they probably used multiple coats, but that's just power washing it. Alright, so I'll get back to you. I just got finished putting on a second coat of that F11 TopCoat, and I'm going to do a quick little walk around, and you guys can see it's a lot shinier than it was before. So I was very skeptical of giving my okay on this stuff, but I got to tell you what, I'm starting to be impressed. That little tiny bottle did the entire vehicle, and it's easy to just spray on and wipe off. You can put it on top of you know, a wax if you do a wax, or just right on top of your clear coat. And let me just show you what the vehicle looks like after I put a second coat on. Like I said, all I did was power wash the rims, wipe them down, and I put another coat on it. Real shiny. Use the rear rims. Try to get the barrels pretty good, but you can see how shiny it came out. I mean, it's probably better to see it in person, so I'll just give you a thumbs up on this product. I'm real skeptical using anything that I see online that people claim is great, unless I test it myself, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and say this stuff really works. I don't know how many coats they use in their videos, but I've used 2 so far, real light coats, and that's exactly what it looks like after 2 little spritzes on the vehicle. There you go. Be your own judge. Alright, well, I'm back after testing this stuff for 2 days, and I gotta say, at first I was skeptical. I'm skeptical of anything I use online, or anything that I find online as a product, and they make these outlandish claims that, oh, this stuff is great, you know, super hydrophobic, blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to try it on my Jeep. I went and washed the car the other day. This is 2 days ago. I sprayed this little bottle, this very tiny bottle, covered the entire vehicle plus my rims. 1 light coat. So I put 1 light coat on. I don't know how many coats they use in their videos, but I used 1 light coat to see how well this stuff worked. And when the paint, right away you can see it shiny, and you'll see in the video, you know, or you saw in the video, you know, it does shine it up like it advertises. I put it on the rims, 1 small coat. I don't know if I put a lot on there enough. So I waited 2 days. The brake dust seemed to be minimal. I'll be honest, it seemed to be pretty minimal. So I took it to the power wash, and all I did was use a power washer in the video. I power washed it. I didn't use any brush or anything like that. I just power washed the vehicle, and then I reapplied this stuff, as you saw at the end. And I gotta be honest, as from being a skeptic, it seems like it works. Is it as super hydrophobic as they claim or in their videos? I don't know how many coats they used on theirs. I used it on my windshield. It did not work as well on the glass as they advertised. Like I said, I don't know how many coats they put on. They don't tell you in the video how many coats are put on. They do recommend that you put more than 1. But I put this stuff on twice, and I'm a fan. Excuse the dash cam speaking here, but I'm a fan of it. It's expensive. I was using Wolfgang's synthetic wax, which is just like a wipe on, buff off, and that stuff is really great too. I don't work for this company, obviously, so I'm going to give you what I felt. I put more on my rims to see if that'll keep the brake dust to a minimal, and when I did power wash it and wipe it down and just dry it, it did seem like it cleaned it a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit better. So, you know, don't buy this stuff because I said, oh, it's the next best thing. No, it does work, and it's a really good product, but it's not the end-all, be-all to brake dust. It's not your showroom finish, you know, when you clay bar and use a really good paste wax. But if you're in a pinch for time and you want to put a nice wax on your car and get a nice shine, you can spray it on with this little tiny bottle. This 2-ounce bottle covered an entire 2015 Jeep SRT, plus the rims. And then I refilled it, obviously, with the bigger bottle that I bought from them. But 1 little 2-ounce bottle will cover your whole vehicle. All you have to do is just spray it on, wipe it down, and buff it out. So that's it. If you want to try it, order it from their company. Go online. Just Google F11 TopCoat. and you'll see a lot of their videos where they try it on motorcycles a lot. If I was to recommend this, yes and no. Yeah, if you have the money to spend, if you want something that works just as good, it's quick. Wolfgang, I could put up a link for that and a picture of that at the end of this video. Wolfgang's works really good too, and it's a simple, little bead, put it on, and as soon as it hazes up, you buff it out. That stuff is amazing also. So yeah, I give it a thumbs up. I'm not convinced that it's as great as their videos made it out to be, but for a real world test, yeah, they impress me. And I'm hard to impress with this stuff, so there you go. If you want to try it, order it. If not, who gives a shit? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I really don't care. I'm just trying to help. So that's about it.